Very good morning, students. I welcome you again for this chapter pair of linear equations in two variables after this vacation. Before the vacation, we have started this chapter and we have given very good introduction for this chapter. Introduction means what is algebra, what are constants, what are equation, what is pair of linear equations, what is quadratic equation and what is cubic equations. Everything we have discussed in previous introductory class. And some of the problems we have already solved by taking external examples. Today what problem is there on the board that is completely textbook problem. So we solve that and we represent by finding the values of x and y. We represent those values in a graph. See, if we provide the x value in this first equation, so that we are going to obtain the value of y, and x and y values will be tabulated in a tabular column, and by using this x and y value we represent those values in graph so that we obtain a line. As we have already learnt in our previous classes that there are only three kinds of lines are there. One is intersecting lines, another one parallel line, third one coincident lines. There can be only three kinds of lines: intersecting, parallel and coincident lines. So how these lines can be represented by using this equation on graph? If the lines are there in the graph, how to write that three types of lines in this normal equation? So this is all about this chapter. Okay, fine. What is there on the board? That is completely very first problem in the textbook. Let us solve this. First, by providing the x value, we are going to find out the y value in first equation. In second equation also, same thing happens. By giving x value, we obtain y value. By taking these values, we are going to draw a graph. Let us see that. See, the very first equation is x minus 2y is equal to 0. In this equation, we provide x value, x is equal to 0 in this equation. We have an equation x minus 2y is equal to 0. The value of x we have given here is 0. So that what should happen? Minus 2 is equal to minus 2y is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 by minus 2, that is finally we have obtained the value of y, that is equal to 0. Again we can put x is equal to 1. You solve by using this 1. The value of y will not be complete number, it will be fraction, so I am not using this. You try it later. So I give the value of x, that is equal to 2. Then what happens? X minus 2y is equal to 0. The value of x I have given here is 2. 2 minus 2y is equal to 0. 2 is equal to this minus 12 will go that side and it is going to become plus 2y. 2 by 2 is equal to y. Therefore, we have obtained y is equal to 1. When x is equal to 2 is given, we have obtained y is equal to 1. So we are going to tabulate this. So when x is equal to 0 is given, y is equal to 0, we obtained. When x is equal to 2 given, y is equal to 1, we obtained. So we have tabulated this. To draw a line, we need only 2 points. If we join those two lines, it's going to become a line. X and y, it is one point. X and y, it is another point. These 2 points, if we join, it's going to become a line. This is because we need only 2 points, so that we complete this equation by taking one value, xy value 1 point, xy value another point. So this can be represented in graph. Okay, now we take this thing. 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. In this equation, put value of x that is equal to 0. What is the value of y? 3. The value of x it is 0 plus 4y is equal to 20. 3 into 0, that is 0 plus 4y, that is equal to 20. Y is equal to 20 by 4. Y is equal to 5. When x is equal to 0 given, you obtain y is equal to 5. X and y value became 1 point. Again, put x is equal to 1. We won't get this complete number. There will be fraction. If we give 2, then only we won't give this thing. 3, there also fraction. 4, let us give 4. When x is equal to 4 is given, we have an equation 3x plus 4y, that is equal to 20. The value of x is equal to 4. 3 multiplied by 4 plus 4y is equal to 20. So that is 12 plus 4y, that is equal to 20. 4y, that is equal to 20 minus 12. 4y, that is equal to 8. So y is equal to 8 by 2, that is equal to 2. Therefore y is equal to, we have got the value of 2. See here, in this equation we have given x is equal to 0. What we have obtained? Y is equal to 5. And when x is equal to 4 is given, we have obtained y is equal to 2. So I have tabulated x and y value 2 points each. In first equation I have tabulated 2 points each, one line. In second equation I have obtained 2 points each, we have obtained another line. How the lines will be, let us see in the graph. Yes, dear students, in this question we have two equations. The first equation is x minus 2 is equal to 0 and 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. We have two equations. We have extracted the y value by giving x value. See, we have given x is equal to 0 so that we have obtained y is equal to 0. We have already discussed it. And we have given x is equal to 0 so that we have obtained y is equal to 1. So we have tabulated x and y value in one tabular column. This is second equation, 3x plus 4y, that's equal to 20. Here we have given x is equal to 0 and 4. When x is equal to 0 is given, we have obtained y is equal to 5. And when x is equal to 4 as given, we have obtained y is equal to 2. We have discussed this in previous session. Okay. We are going to represent these two equations on graph. How? Let us see. See, when x is equal to 0 is given, y is equal to 0. So this is the very starting point, that is called origin of graph. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. When x is equal to 2 is given, this is the value x axis, this is y axis. You know that. So when x is equal to 2, we have obtained y is equal to 1. See, this is the very point. When x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. So that we have obtained 2 points. Here we have to join these 2 points. So this is a line. So in this line, we represent the name of this line, that is x minus 2y is equal to 0. This is the one line we have obtained, and another line from another equation. So when x is equal to 0, this is the 0, we have obtained y is equal to 5. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 5. This is the point, that is x is equal to 0, and we have y is equal to 5, that is 1 point. And when x is equal to 4, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have obtained y is equal to 2. This thing, that is intersect this. So the name of this line is 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. See, my dear students, by one equation we have obtained x and y value 2 points, so that we have obtained one line. In second equation we we obtained x and y value, 2 points each, we have obtained another line. The name of the line is written here, and these two lines are intersecting lines. This is very first problem. By using the equations of line, we obtained exactly the lines in the graph. This is how we are going to solve each and every problem. And we are going to see the next problem. There also two equations are given. In these two equations, by providing x value, we obtain y value. X and y value will be tabulated in a tabular column, and that will be represented in the graph. We have obtained another different kind of lines, that is coincident lines. The third one, parallel lines, intersecting lines, coincident lines and parallel lines. These are the three kinds of lines. Our aim is now to draw the pair of lines by taking the equations of the lines. That's all. Let us see the next problem in next class. Thank you. Yes, very good morning, students. So we now are going to discuss about the second problem in this chapter, pair of linear equations in two variables. In first problem, the equations what they have given are intersecting lines we have seen in the graph. Likewise, here the second problem is there. Let us solve as we have solved in the first problem, and let us check up what kind of lines are there in this equation. Okay, come on. See, the first equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. 2x plus 3y, that is equal to 9. See, solve the following pair of linear equations graphically. We have to take the equation, we have to provide the x value, so that we are going to obtain y value, and x value, y value will be tabulated in a tabular column, and those values will be represented in the graph, and in graph lines will be there. So what type of lines are there, we judge it and we confirm it. That is the solving the kind of problems here. Okay, come on, let us see that. See, we are going to provide the value of x. Put x is equal to 0. See, in this equation, 2x plus 3y, that is equal to 9. The value of x we have given here is 0. Then what remains? Let us see. 2 into 0, that is 0, we leave it. 3y is equal to 9. Y is equal to 9 by 3. So y is equal to 3. When x is equal to 0 is given, we obtain y is equal to 3. Okay. Now let us provide x is equal to 1 value. If we provide x is equal to 1 value, the y value will not be like this whole number. It will be fraction 1 by 2, 2 by 3, like that it comes. If we give x is equal to 1, then also perfect whole number will not come. Now let us give the value of x, that is equal to 3. Let us see. Put x is equal to 3. What should happen? That is 2x plus 3y, that is equal to 9. The value of x we have given is 3. If we give 1 and 2, what happens? You just check up. The y value will not be whole number. It is a fraction. Numerator and denominator will be there. So we need whole number. For that, I am going to give the value of x is 3. So that is 3y is equal to 9. That is 6 plus 3y is equal to 9. 3y is equal to 9 minus 6. This 6 will come there. And 3y is equal to 3. Y is equal to 3 by 3. So the value of y is equal to 1. So what we have seen here, when x is equal to 0 is given, we obtain y is equal to 3. Here when x is equal to 3 is given, we obtain y is equal to 1. We have tabulated x and y value here. This is of 2x plus 3y, that's equal to 9. For this equation, x and y, that is 0, 3, 1 point. For the same equation, x and y, 3 and is another point. By using these 2 points we can draw a line, that's all. Come on, let us see by taking the next equation. What is the next equation? 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. Here also first we are going to provide the value of x is equal to 0. What is going to happen? 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. This is the original equation. The value of x is 0. What remains here? 0 multiplied by 4, that is 0 itself. 6y is equal to 18. Y is equal to 18 by 6. Y is equal to 6 1 6 3 is y is equal to 3. When x is equal to 0 is given, we have obtained y is equal to 3. Now again we are going to provide the x value. If we give 1 and 2, the value of y will not be whole number, it will be fraction. You please check it up later by pausing the video. Check up, whole number will not come. So I give again x is equal to 3. So what's going to happen? 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. The value of x is given here 3. As it is there, 4 multiplied by 3, that is 12, plus 6y is equal to 18. 6y is equal to 18 minus 12, plus 12 will go there and it will be minus 12. 6y is equal to 6, y is equal to 6 by 6 and y is equal to 1. When x is equal to 3 is given, we obtain y is equal to 1. So we will tabulate this. So when x is equal to 0 given, y is equal to 3 came. When x is equal to 3 given, we obtain 1. So we have tabulated the x and value, y value here, and it came like this. In one equation we obtained x and y value. In another equation we obtained x and y value. Here also 2 points, 1 line. Here also in the second equation 2 points, 1 line. What kind of these lines will be there? Let us see in the graph. Okay, let us take a pause. Yes, dear students. So we have one equation and related 2 points, x and y 1 point, x and y another point. We have another equation, we have 2 points. We represent these two x and y value in this graph. Let us see how will be the graph and what kind of lines will be there. Okay. In first equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0 given, y is equal to 3. This is y 1 2 3. This is the point. When x is equal to 3, 1 2 3 is given. This is the point. Y is equal to 1. So this is y and y is equal to 1. Here it comes. Where it is intersecting, there we are going to make a point. So it is just a line. The name of this line is 2x plus 3y is equal to 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. Okay. So this is over. In first equation, x and y 0 3 1 point, x and y 3 and 1 another point. We have joined these points and we have got a line. This is a line. In second equation 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. There also we have provided x is equal to 0 so that our y is equal to 3. X is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. Same point. X is equal to 3. 1 2 3. Y is equal to 1. Same point. Same point and the line is there. One line is there upon another line. One line is overlapping with another line. There are two separate lines but invisible, looking like one line. Okay. So these kind of lines are called coincident lines. Okay. So this line can be named again as 4x plus 6y that is equal to 18. So these kind of lines are called coincident lines. I mean one line is overlapping with another line. There are two lines are looking like one line will be invisible. told you these kind of lines are coincident lines. This is all about second type of pair of linear equations, that is coincident lines. We have seen two intersecting lines. Here it is coincident lines. The last line will be parallel lines. Let us see that in next class. Thank you.